Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Sleep Circle, where we dive into gear, gadgets, and science that might actually help you get through the night in cool comfort and without sounding like a lawnmower. Now, if you or someone you love snores loud enough to scare the dog, chances are you've heard of a CPAP machine. It's the classic fix for sleep apnea, the heavyweight champ of open airways. But what if I told you there's now a treatment that doesn't require strapping a mask on at all? It's called the eXciteOSA, and instead of working while you sleep, it works while you're awake, which sounds weird, but it's also kind of amazing. So today we are breaking down CPAP versus eXciteOSA, what they do, who they're for, and what it's actually like to live with each one. But first, let's start with the basics. Sleep apnea, in plain English, is when your airway collapses while you sleep. Your brain's trying to breathe, but your soft tissues, especially your tongue, it gets in the way. That leads to gasping, choking, snoring that can rattle windows, and sleep that never really feels like sleep. Short term, you wake up groggy, cranky, and ready to fight your alarm clock. Long term, you're looking at higher risks of heart issues, high blood pressure, and blood sugar problems. That's why devices like CPAPs, MADs, and eXciteOSA exist. They're both trying to solve the same problem, an airway that refuses to stay open. They just go about it in totally different ways. First up, the veteran in the room, CPAP, or continuous positive airway pressure. It's basically a bedside machine that pushes a gentle stream of air through a hose and a mask, keeping your airway propped open all night. And listen, when people actually use it, CPAP works. It can take someone with 30 breathing interruptions per hour, which is severe sleep apnea, and drop that number close to zero. That's a huge win. Doctors love it because it's been studied for decades and it consistently improves blood pressure, heart health, and overall sleep quality. But, and there's always a but, wearing a mask every night, not for everyone. It can feel claustrophobic, dry out your mouth, and make just enough noise that your bedroom sounds like a small aircraft hangar. And then there's the cleaning, hoses, filters, humidifiers. It's not a set it and forget it kind of thing. Traveling with it, possible, but annoying. Power goes out, better hope you charged that backup battery. I like to say CPAPs are kind of like treadmills. They work great if you actually use them. Otherwise, they just take up space and make you feel guilty. Now let's talk about the newcomer, eXciteOSA by Spring Sleep. This one doesn't use air pressure at all. Instead, it trains your tongue. Literally. Here's the concept. One of the reasons your airways collapse is because the muscles in your tongue lose tone when you fall asleep. So, eXciteOSA sends mild electrical pulses through those muscles to strengthen them over time. Think of it like physical therapy for your tongue. Weird, but kind of brilliant. Here's how it works. You pop in a silicone mouthpiece for about 20 minutes while you're awake. You hit start session in the app, the device sends little pulses in cycles. You do that every day for 6 weeks and then drop down to twice a week for maintenance. The mouthpiece gets replaced every 3 months. That is required for hygiene and safety since, it lives in your mouth. So much like a CPAP, this is not a one and done. There will be ongoing costs associated. Does it work? Short answer, yes. For many people, it does. Clinical studies have shown real reductions in both snoring and mild obstructive sleep apnea. In one study with 65 patients, 78% saw significant improvement. Is the research as deep as CPAP's decades of data? No. But for mild cases, the early results are impressive. Basically, CPAP is like surgery. Reliable, immediate, proven. eXciteOSA is more like rehab. Gradual, consistent, and aimed at long-term improvement. Let's get down to what everyone really wants to know, the cost. A CPAP setup can often be covered by insurance if you've been officially diagnosed with sleep apnea. You'll still have to buy replacement parts, but long-term, it's pretty affordable. eXciteOSA, on the other hand, is currently an out-of-pocket expense. It's FDA cleared, but most insurance plans haven't caught up yet. The starter kit is $1,650, and it does come with your first mouthpiece and one replacement. You can use your HSA or FSA funds to pay for it. And Spring Sleep does offer a 90-day money-back guarantee. So if it doesn't help you, you can return it. It's not cheap, but if you've ever added up the Red Bulls, doctor visits, and ruined sleep from snoring, it might be worth it. Now let's talk daily life. CPAP, it's a lifestyle. You set it up every night, clean it regularly, and take it on every trip. You get used to the feeling of a mask on your face, and maybe the sound of air blowing becomes your new white noise machine. For people with moderate or severe apnea, it's a lifesaver, literally. But if your apnea is mild, or if your biggest problem is just snoring, eXciteOSA offers a totally different rhythm. It's small, compact, and fits in your pocket while traveling. You rinse off the mouthpiece in between sessions, and that's it. It's like building a workout routine. You do your sessions during the day, see gradual progress, and once you're in maintenance mode, it really is easy to keep up. Just don't quit. Just like skipping leg day at the gym, if you stop training your tongue, your results, they'll fade. Neither option is perfect. With CPAP, you've got the usual suspects: dryness, bloating from swallowed air, mask leaks, skin irritation, just general annoyance. With eXciteOSA, there is going to be some tingling or soreness in the tongue as you start training. A lot of extra drool, and maybe a strange buzzing sensation in that first week. Most people adjust. I did, but it's a little weird at first. Neither has major side effects for most users, but eXciteOSA is not for everyone. You cannot use it if you are pregnant, have a pacemaker, have metal dental work, mouth ulcers, or an AHI above 15. So, who should use which? If you've got moderate or severe apnea, CPAP is still your gold standard. Nothing else comes close for proven effectiveness. If you have mild apnea or just snore like a foghorn, eXciteOSA might be the more comfortable option, especially if you've tried CPAP and hated it. In our house, we've got both. My husband uses CPAP. I use eXciteOSA. He looks like a sci-fi character, maybe just a little when he goes to bed, but he sleeps soundly. I, on the other hand, get to binge watch TV shows while doing my workout and drooling over a bowl. We both win. There's no one-size-fits-all solution here. It comes down to what you will actually use. Because a perfect treatment that sits in a drawer does nothing. But a routine that fits your lifestyle, even if it's unconventional, can be life-changing. If your doctor recommends CPAP, take that seriously. It's still the most effective therapy we've got. But if you are in the mild zone or you just can't stand the night mask life, eXciteOSA, it might be your quiet night's comeback story. And hey, if it saves your relationship from another night of roll over or you're snoring again, that alone might be worth every penny. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, drop your questions below, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-world sleep tech breakdowns. Until next time, sleep better, snore less, and don't skip tongue day.